There is a term called inspiration porn, coined by Stella Young, who was a person who was born with her disability out of Australia. She did a TED Talk several years ago. She's since passed away, but she was like an amazing advocate, and it's a great little speech. You should look it up. But inspiration porn, basically based off the idea, again, that people are living like a lesser life, a lower quality life, and that anything normal that we do is considered inspiring. So going to the grocery store, getting married, having children, going to a school event, being a room mom, having a job. My job at the Neuromedical Center as a social worker prior to New Motion, I would go into the gym to meet my new patients that were on my list for the day to go see, and having never met me before, they would think I was a patient, and they would ask me what room I was in, and just assumed because I'm a wheelchair user that I couldn't possibly be working there. So I would explain that I worked there, and then sometimes it would go a little further, like, well, you work? And I'm like, yep, I work. How did you get here? And then I would say, I drove my car. How did you drive? I drove with hand controls that they invented in, God, I don't even know, like 1950. Let's see. And then I was like, well, after I got up at 5 a.m. and helped my kids get up and get their teeth brushed and fix their lunch and got their homework, and then I got all their stuff loaded, their backpacks, and then loaded them in the car, and then loaded the wheelchair in the car, and then I dropped them off at school, and then I got here for an 8 o'clock staffing. And I think sometimes that like blows people's mind that you and they're like, oh my gosh, like, wow, like that's crazy, it's insane, you're such an inspiration. Like, no, it really isn't. It's really just me being a mom, having a job, and trying to pay the bills or buy the groceries. So just be careful when you use that term inspiring. A Paralympic athlete is inspiring. There are people with disabilities who do inspiring things. There's no doubt about that, but be very careful about throwing that word around to like kind of make yourself feel better about yourself, or just again kind of false flattery that we do we just want to live a life like everyone else.